Health Awareness Month continues here through all of May, and we've got Modern Minds Health in the house. We have Dr. Khan. Good to see you again, sir. How are you?
Likewise, doing well. Yourself?
All right. I'm doing good. Let's get right into it right now. Modern Minds Health. You've been on the show before, too, but people who haven't seen you, tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
Sure. So I'm Hammad Khan. I'm a psychiatrist, and over at Modern Minds Health, we focus on interventional psychiatry. So we work with folks that perhaps aren't having great response with their brain health. They're not having, their difficulty with anxiety, depression, ADHD even, and we work with them to get to them to their best version of themselves.
Okay. All right, let's hit with this first question here. There's people out there that say, you know what, I just don't feel like myself. I haven't been feeling like myself lately. They might be a little bit embarrassed maybe to go in and talk about it. What should they do?
Absolutely. I think that the most direct and sincere advice I can give them is to reach out, right? When we talk to folks and we hear about, hey, I'm not feeling like myself, but I don't know if this is enough to go in to see a psychiatrist or a specialist on, the way I want folks to think about that is it's a signal, right?
Yeah.
And your brain is like an organ. Like any other organ, there's times where it operates at 100%, and there's times where it's operating at 50 or 40 or even less. And we don't want it to stay that way. So if you're picking up on a signal that you're not feeling like yourself, you're not feeling like the way you used to, let's get that looked into, and let's make sure we get you the right resources.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everyone's talking about longevity. We're talking about cold plunges and supplements and peptides, all those good things.
Yeah.
We don't want to ignore all those, but what's the one we're kind of like least worrying about?
Yeah, well, that's the sexy stuff, right? When you're talking about peptides, you're talking about cold plunges, hop in there, great video, great visual, but the best bang for your buck often is working on your brain health, right?
Okay.
If you're not paying attention to your depression, your anxiety, that wellness, and just how your brain is functioning, all that other stuff comes later. The biggest piece of advice I have for folks right now is you can't out-supplement your mood disorder, right? If your brain isn't feeling the way it's used to, if you're not enjoying the things you used to enjoy, if you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, we want to make sure that we're going and directly treating the root cause of that and not just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. Let's get you in with a specialist. Let's get you the right resources so we target exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. We've got to talk about brain fog, because that seems to happen to a lot of people. They're like, I'm just going to write it off. It's just brain fog. It's just brain fog. But it's not just brain fog. How do we know when to know that it's serious and to go in and get some help for that?
I think the biggest thing is if you're beginning to see dysfunction, right? If it's affecting your personal life, your professional life, if you're not getting to do the things you used to be able to do, we need to start talking about what's going on. So at Modern Minds, one of the things we'll do is we get really, wide in terms of what could be causing this. Is your thyroid dysfunctioning? Is there something to do with your blood sugars? Are there other medical conditions that we need to address before we jump into treatment? So let's figure out what the problem is and then start working on what the solution is.
Yeah, because it could be a lot of different things, and that's what you guys, obviously are professionals at finding out. It could be the thyroid, like you mentioned. People may not even, put those two things together. What about antidepressants? People are on these for a while. They've just been using them for so long, and they're just not getting the job done. What happens at that point? They kind of stay the same. So what do you say to that?
So I think there's a big distinction between being on a medication and being in treatment, right?
Okay.
And the difference is one is very passive. You just take something and you hope for the best. And the other is a collaborative active effort, right? You're seeing your doc, you're working with them, you're talking to them about your options, and we're making sure that we're taking the steps that help you get the best, response that you're looking for. So what I tell folks a lot of times when they're coming in is like, hey, let's start talking about, are there better doses of this medication for me to be at? Taking the same thing for a long time and not seeing a result isn't a good plan, right? Let's start thinking about, are there other things that are going on in your life that we need to address and kind of work on together? And finally, are there other treatment options that we haven't explored before? Things, like ketamine, like Spravato, like TMS, that we can hopefully get you connected with and see if there are better options for you.
I love that. Well, it's great talking to you. We unfortunately are going to be running out of time right now. Modern Minds Health here on Mental Health this month. And thanks for coming in. Doctor,
Absolutely.
really appreciate it, getting us caught up on everything. We'll go ahead and throw some information. If you have any questions, these guys are there to answer those questions. Modern Minds Health, right there on Duckhorn. They're in Natomas. You can check them out also on social as well.